Hi, this is John with WindshieldWOW. In today's video, we're going to show you how to use your WindshieldWOW for the very first time. We're going to show you tips and tricks on how to get the most and best performance out of your WindshieldWOW, as well as showing you some pitfalls of what to not do or what to avoid so you don't get frustrated and it performs suboptimally. So first thing, as you're familiar now, is you get a box with the basic WindshieldWOW. When you open the box, open it here, you will see the WindshieldWOW right up top in front. If you pull it out, the two paddles come connected together with foam storage trays. These foam storage trays ensure that both paddles are protected, and more importantly, they're easy to separate. A word of caution is you want to keep them in the trays when you're not using them on the windshield. That will avoid you from accidentally clicking them together and it being extremely difficult to separate. You also notice in your box you have a little tip and trick placard and a QR video code that links to our video on how to use the WindshieldWOW, and of course you have your supply of microfiber cloths. Word of note about the microfiber cloths: they're brand new, they've never been washed. They will likely be a little bit linty or dusty initially, but after your first washing, that dust will go away. Let me talk about the paddles. So this paddle is called your external paddle. It's external because it has the integral handle grip so you can push it around the outside of your windshield. It also has a Velcro material to be able to stick to the microfiber cloths. The internal paddle is identical 100% with the exception of it has no handle. It goes on the inside window and magnetically connects to the external paddle so they move in unison. Now, to use the WindshieldWOW for the first time, obviously you have to put a microfiber cloth in. So push it into the box, it'll pick up a microfiber cloth, and now you have microfiber cloths ready on both sides. Now, before I get to applying a windshield cleaner, let me tell you a little bit about some of the pitfalls. The phrase I like to say is know your windshield. What does that mean? You have to know where the stay away areas are, or the pitfall areas of your windshield. Every windshield external is generally much larger in area than the active glass on the inside, and that is because you have things like trim and pillars on the inside. Now notice on this windshield, I have what looks like good glass all the way to my red painted pillar post, okay? But actually on the inside, that glass is not open. It actually stops right where my finger is, along this convenient tinted black line. That's because the pillar trim starts right here where the finger is. So when you use the WindshieldWOW, you cannot take the external paddle all the way to this glass thinking you're going to be able to clean all that glass, because the inside paddle will be bumped up against that pillar, and what will happen is it will fall off. Also, down in this narrow part of the dash, you have all this glass that you would like to clean. But if you have the two paddles connected and you try to bring the external paddle down here, you will hit this dash interface where the dash is, and you will cause a separation of the two paddles. Notice also in my car, I have a mirror mount pedestal, okay? That's also hard. You have access to the glass on the outside, but you can't hit the inside paddle anywhere here or it'll dislodge the paddle and you'll be frustrated with the paddles falling off. There are only three ways the paddles come apart. The first way is you make it come apart because you intentionally pull the external paddle off hard enough that they separate. The other way is just what I told you. You hit some pillar or some frame that you didn't realize was there on the inside. Another thing you might hit on the inside is my toll transponder. You have to be mindful. If you have a toll transponder, you can't hit it on the inside or you will have it dismount. So that's the second way. And the third way you can cause a separation is by accelerating the external paddle too quickly. too sudden of a jerky movement, the internal paddle doesn't keep up, the magnets misalign and it falls off. So while you can push very fast, sudden jerky movements can cause it to separate. But that's it. Only 3 ways the paddles come off. They will never come off if you mind that rule about knowing your windshield. Okay, so now we're gonna spray our external paddle. I like to start with that, and we're using Zep liquid streak-free cleaner. We think that works the best, but obviously you can try Windshield or Windex, you can use invisible glass, and maybe there's some other ones. We put a liberal amount for especially dirty windshield, and we set it right here. Why do we set it here? Because we have our open passenger side window that it gives me easy access to apply the inside paddle. Second step is obviously to wet the second inside paddle. Again, a liberal application, and you're going to just reach in and have them connect. Okay? Now, the best performance that you can get to ensure streak free is do a wet cleaning first. I'm going to do this first side. I'm going to do half of the windshield. Now, do you see it chattering? Now watch what happens when I go faster. It stops, okay? So it will chatter naturally depending on the pull. Now notice how I'm avoiding that paper sticker. I don't want to chew it up. And I'm staying along this line. And I'm avoiding my mirror mount there. And I'm doing half of the window. The best method is to do a wet cleaning followed by a dry. Now I'm done this half windshield already. I stayed away from these danger areas. Okay? I can move as fast as I want. Notice not jerky movements, just nice and consistent fast movements. And I'm staying away from those danger areas. Now when I'm done with the wet cleaning, I bring it up to where I started. I pull up and the inside falls off. Now I would normally go do the other side wet cleaning, but I'm going to assume you know the other side just the same. Now what you want to do is do a dry buffing. So take off your wet cloth, set it aside, put on a dry cloth, and get it on the windshield ready. Same thing with the external paddle. Get it prepared, dry buffing cloth, and again, the same thing. Apply it. Now you want to do a dry buffing. This will ensure a streak-free clean. Do the entire windshield. You will notice it's a little tougher, but the good news here is you don't have to push downward cleaning pressure. It's doing it for you. You just have to simply pull and push it across your windshield. Notice again, I am staying away from the danger area along the trim, and I'm done. That's it. Very quick, very easy. Bring it up to the same part, place where you started, take it off, maybe a quick swipe in case it leaves a little dust, and you're done. One thing I want to say about these cloths is they have to be clean. If you drop a cloth, naturally, it can pick up dirt, debris, and sand. Don't allow that to go on your windshield till you ensure it's clean and free of foreign debris. As far as cleaning these cloths, we say on the placard, but let me just reiterate, as with all microfiber cloths, you want to wash them warm, not a harsh detergent. Don't use fabric softener, and tumble them dry in warm heat, preferably cool. Never ever use a dryer sheet. And these things will last many, many, many uses. So good luck to you. Stay tuned for some more instructional videos on WindshieldWOW. Thank you very much.